All right, we got a no cooling call here. This is going to be a second opinion. We have not been to this house before. It's a pretty nice place. He says he has a unit that's been replaced and one that has not. And he was told it was time to replace it as well. And we're going to give a second opinion and see what we think. Looks like we got a new ICP and an old ICP, so I think it's pretty obvious which one we're going to look at. Let's see what we got. Real easy to get to back here in the bushes, so it looks like somebody's already left the cover off. Contactor is in. I hear the compressor running. Coil's getting hot. Head compressor. Let's pull that cap out over there and check it. All right, so the cap tested good. Honestly, it looks like they might have put one in it. That thing looks brand new. But when we go to ohm out the motor here, we get nothing. We go to the dummy beep. We're gonna have to have a motor. And I keep several with me, but this little old thing, we call this thing a little pancake motor. I don't know if I've got something for this or not. Sometimes I do, so let's go take a look. Okay. I'm gonna call that a stroke of luck. I've got several motors in there and a few right here, and that's just a stroke of luck right there that I don't have to send after this one. I do believe this little thing right here will work. Let's open it up. All right, this blade doesn't look bad, but boy, it is stuck. And you guys that are always hollering how I need a puller, I need a puller, I need a puller. Well, just go ahead and time this, and then time yourself fiddling with your puller. Should have brought my service wrench up here and ratcheted this thing. I'm going to take this jack of all sprays and it's going to help. Normally I'll give that a minute to soak in. But not today. heat from that it gets hot pretty quick. And I've noticed that if you use a brand new bit and it just drills through it real quick, it doesn't get it near as hot. You put a wore out one on there and it gets it hot as fire and it expands it. I have had them worse, but that one absolutely did not want to tap out. And I tell you what, this OEM motor here, I'm gonna get another one and put in the truck. That was just a stroke of luck. I don't know what happened and why I had that thing. Got to be careful sitting this thing up on this coil. You don't want to drag it around. And another thing is you want to get this blade as close down as you can. Without creating any problems. Plug and play sure is nice. All right, I did find the other cap nut on the ground. One thing to remember is the pointed screws go in the door and the flat screws that don't have as much of a point on them, they go around the sides up to the coil. And these ones that are more pointed are the ones that came out of the door. I mean, that's the way it came from the factory. I don't know if it's as far away as these are. I don't know that that's vital, but that is the way it was. So let's get it back together and see if she'll fire up. All right, I'm gonna let it crank up before I put this door back on. All right, another thing I do is I always keep a couple little baggies of spare screws. These are the gray ones. I got another little baggie of gold ones, and these are the green ones for train. And we just collect them up whenever we get an opportunity. Now, some of them are the longer, some of them are shorter for different things. So keep those for the trains. Keep these for just about anything. And I keep gold ones, you know, for air handlers and stuff. Just, I don't know, that little kind of stuff right there. There's a lot of reasons to do the little things. For one thing is you're better off not leaving any breadcrumb trails. Nothing that is detectable that somebody else can say, oh, look at what he did, look at this, look at that. Because whether it's good or bad, no matter what you do, you're going to be criticized by the other techs that come behind you or in front of you or whatever it's going to be. So, let's see if she fires up. She's running. So, I guess that's going to get them by a little while. Let's put the door on it and we'll get out of here. Now, this little OEM motor gave me the plug and play option. You can see that's the new side and it's coming from the motor. And I was able to keep the little wire fire shield there from the factory, but I tell you, that was a quick, easy help. And you can see where they kind of bent this. It's tight, so I'm going to leave it, but it had one of those fat gray plastic capacitors in it. But she's running, so let's put the door on it, see if they want any other work done while we're here. Alright, so the customer has decided to consider a quote for replacement, and I think he would like to compare pricing to see if we can match this unit here. Now, back in 09 and 2010, when we had those big tax credit years going on, I did sell some Comfortmaker units. So I still have an account through ICP there, but we would probably go over to Gateway, that's who sells Heil here, and see if they'll give us a competitive price on a Heil condenser. And probably will not use their coil, probably just the condenser, so they will match outside here. And it's just a question that we got, so we're willing to accommodate that. Now, I'm a trained man. Everybody knows that I definitely want to sell train, but by request, I mean, I will in some cases do a little something different. I'm not going to buy a Goodman or a Mana or a you know, anything I don't believe in, but these ICP units are certainly not the worst of the generics. I believe they're okay. Back in the day, they weren't too bad. You see how long that one lasted. So it's running, and we're gonna just go ahead and let them consider their options and maybe try to get through the summer. It's late July. Today's July 22nd. So if it gets them through, maybe there'll be a change out for us there next year. All right, let's go to the next one. Thanks for watching.